Morning, family. It's Wednesday morning, and I want to go ahead and give you your nugget. Remember, our focus has been that we are disciples who pray. And as we look at the first major point in our thought, we've been talking about where Jesus says, when you pray. And just to recap very briefly, we've looked at two of those sub-points under the assumption that God expects for his children to be talking to him. He expects for us to have a regular and rich and significant relationship with him. But then also the Lord gives us some ground rules, as it were, on how to talk to God. And the first one we looked at on Monday was to not be hypocrites when we talk to him, that we come to him legitimately, openly, and share with him the real on what's going on with us. That's in Matthew chapter 6, verse number 5 and 6. And then he talked about also being connected as opposed to being disconnected. So you enter into your place, you shut the door. Remember that you are intentionally creating an area of exclusivity where it's just you and God, everything else is out. And then you intentionally become intimate with him. You're pulling up the chair, you're talking with him personally. But then this third one is right there at verse number 7 and 8, where Jesus then says, don't be like the pagans. The pagans like to use long formulas and excessive words, thinking that it's out of that God will hear you, or that their gods will see them and bless them as a result of it. Well, your God is not like the pagan gods. Number one, he's not impressed by you flattering him. He's not impressed by us having all of these grand and ritualistic-like formulas when we go to God in prayer. God, as a person, wants to just talk to you. In fact, the latter part of that verse lets you know what he's really after. He knows what you need before you ask him. He knows what you need before you bring it to him. What your Father is really after is you being open and transparent and real enough with him that you'll tell him what's actually going on. Don't think that you have to impress God with lengthy and long and formula and traditional like prayer models. No, God as a person wants to talk to you. He wants to find out what's really going on in your world. In fact, he wants you to trust him enough that you'll be willing just to give him the real. Speak to him about what's really going on with you. And speak to him in a way where, like your friend, you get to the point. You let him know what's really happening. He's not going to be upset that you don't read off the resume of who he is before you speak to him. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're not honoring God and that you don't appreciate him and that you don't adore him for being God. I believe you ought to do that. But don't get lost in your adoration and forget, or rather hide behind your Lord and never tell him what's actually really going on. So today, here's your challenge. Today, as you go through it, you've practiced not being hypocritical. You've practiced being connected. Now practice keeping it simple. Simply speak to him about what the matter is. And remember that he knows what you need before you ask him. So practice talking to him about what you need. Practice talking to him about what's really going on. Practice speaking to him in a unhidden, open, and simple way. If your marriage is broken, tell him that. Lord, please help me with my marriage. If you've got issues on your job, tell him that. If you got moral problems, speak to him about those moral problems. Remember, he sees in secret. You're in secret. You're talking to the Father. Nobody between you and God is going to share with the world what your issues are. So just tell him. He'll keep a secret, but he'll bless you and he'll change your world. I'm praying for you. You pray for me. Watch God change things. All right?